two former presidents on the impacts of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson.
This is CBS LA at 5.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Susie Suh in for Pat Harvey.
And I'm Rudabeh Shabazi, and we start tonight with the weather and the wind. It is picking up tonight. A live look at our Santa Monica Skycam, which is bouncing around. Okay, we don't have that, but we will get to it. And it's only getting windier from here.
Yeah, really windy behind us, that's for sure. Danny is here with our next weather alert, tracking the wind all weekend long. Danny.
Yeah, Susie, Rudabeh, and that's the thing. This is going to lead to a blustery weekend here in Southern California. The Santa Ana winds are back. We felt it out there today, not for everyone, but this is about to get more widespread and stronger. These winds peaking going into our Saturday. This is when we're expecting the strongest winds to get here. Here's a look at our current wind gusts over into the Inland Empire. Chino up through Ontario, wind gusts nearing 30 miles per hour. And also those usual suspects when we're talking Santa Ana winds through our valleys of LA and Ventura counties. But things are going to start to ramp up. Saturday is going to be the day when this event peaks. So this next weather alert will continue here in Southern California. Happy Friday, everyone. Things are about to get windy. And what's interesting about this, wind advisories, not just for those wind-prone areas. Typically, when we get the Santa Ana winds, that does not include downtown Los Angeles. That's changed. This is also an area that's going to be windy going into tomorrow. Wind gusts nearing 30 to 40 miles per hour. Strongest up in the mountains. These could be damaging wind gusts between 50 to 65 plus miles per hour. And with that, warming us up significantly into the 80s. And here comes the wind peaking overnight into tomorrow. So coming up, Susie and Rudabeh, we're timing this out for you hour by hour, moment by moment. We'll talk timing of the wind next.
All right, sounds good, Danny. Thank you. And our next weather team, along with Danny, will be keeping an eye on the winds all weekend. You can find their latest forecast on air and online at cbsla.com. Well, it is the 7th day now of the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran, and fighting in the Middle East is intensifying.
But questions remain about how and when the campaign will end and who will lead Iran in the future. Jasmine Veal is live in the newsroom with the latest on the war and new reporting about Russia's role in providing intelligence to Iran. Jasmine.
Well, Rudabeh, American forces throughout the Middle East are the targets of Iranian missile and drone attacks, and now we are learning Iran is getting help finding those targets. And this comes as local Iranian Americans unite to make their voices heard. Israel carried out yet another round of airstrikes on Tehran around sunset Friday. Smoke could be seen rising from several points across the city. As the war escalates back here at home, Iranian American Behr Borhani is fighting for a free democratic republic in Iran.
We support Maryam Rajavi's 10-point plan, her call for a transitional provisional government. We strongly support the unity of the Iranian people and the rejection of any form of dictatorship.
He's flying from Orange County to Washington, D.C. for a rally Saturday with the California Society for Democracy in Iran to call for a democratic transition and for the war to stop.
We do not need foreign boots on the ground. We believe that the principal internal risk for Iranians right now is civilian harm.
CBS News has learned Iranian intelligence may have been able to track the movements of U.S. forces in the days before a retaliatory strike killed U.S. service members in Kuwait, according to a U.S. Army memo. The troops had just recently been moved in anticipation of attacks. Multiple sources have also confirmed to CBS News a Washington Post report that Russia is providing intelligence to Iran on U.S. positions. CBS News chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett asked Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth about Russia's possible involvement for this Sunday's 60 Minutes.
No one's putting us in danger. We're putting the other guys in danger. That's our job. So we're not concerned about that. We mitigate it as we need to. Our commanders factor all of this, but the only ones that need to be worried right now are Iranians that think they're going to live.
Iran's president said other countries have tried to begin mediation efforts. President Trump responded saying, quote, "There will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. After that, and the selection of a great and acceptable leader." Now, President Trump also met with leading American defense contractors as he looks to accelerate weapons and the production of weapons. The White House says the U.S. is still on track for a 4 to 6 week campaign against Iran. Here in the newsroom, CBS LA. Susie.
Jasmine, thanks so much. Well, pretty soon, President Trump could set his eyes on another country. He says he wants a regime change in Cuba and is hoping Secretary of State Marco Rubio could make a deal. The U.S. has been messaging with Cuba's energy supplies for weeks now, which led to a blackout. Shipments from Venezuela were cut off when troops arrested Venezuela's leader. Trump has also threatened tariffs on countries who sell oil to Cuba.
Oil and gas prices continue to rise. Here in LA County, the average gallon of gas is at $4.99, Orange County $4.97, Ventura County $4.92, and the Inland Empire is at $4.89 a gallon. And make sure to stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com for all the developments in the Middle East and its impacts here.
A former Bakersfield College basketball coach accused of human trafficking appears in court today. Kevin Mays went before a judge to move all his cases into one. He was once an assistant basketball coach at Cal State University, Bakersfield. He has charges of human trafficking and for allegedly having child sex abuse material. According to an ESPN report, Mays allegedly trafficked women across 4 different states while at the same time working as a coach.
Another encampment cleared as part of the Inside Safe initiative from Mayor Bass. The mayor's office says today it brought 40 people indoors from a North Hollywood underpass. Those people were previously living in an encampment along Laurel Canyon Boulevard under the 170 freeway. According to Mayor Bass, Inside Safe operations have now addressed more than 120 encampments. Well, the unseasonably warm weather bringing with it some gusts. Other sand gusts, rattlesnakes. Right. They've been showing up in yards and even sidewalks in Orange County.
Yeah, CBS LA's Michelle Geely tonight shows us what animal control is now dealing with and what you should do if a rattlesnake comes across your path.